Hey actors, I'm going to talk about eyelines. It's so important that you really learn and understand eyelines and how important they are, because when you are using eyelines, you are creating worlds. You're creating worlds. The camera sees what you're thinking. So what you're thinking when you look at a certain spot is telling the story. A lot of actors think, oh, but when I get on set, I'll have the other actor to play with and it won't matter. I don't have to bring it all myself. You don't know what's going to happen when you get on set. Sometimes the actor can't be there for your eyeline and you will have to do your big speech to a piece of tape. So it's really important to get used to doing it before you get to set, during the audition, where you need it anyway. Eyelines, in case you don't know, just means what you're looking at, where you're looking. And you want to keep the eyelines within the box of this frame. Close to the lens, not in the lens. I'm in the lens right now because I'm talking to you. You want to be close to the lens, next to the lens, but not in the lens, right here. You want to put the most important person that you're speaking to on one side of the lens and the other character on the other side of the lens, so that you're not going sort of further and further away from the lens the more people you talk to. Always differentiate one person on one side, another person on the other side. Now, if you have 4 people, right now I'm looking at my phone and I have 4 sticky notes taped close to my phone because I had a scene with 4 people. And it just helped me to differentiate between most important person, second most important person, third most important person, fourth most important person. I can grab each one as I'm speaking to them. That was a little more complicated than usual, but it happens. The other thing you want to have eyelines for, things that you are talking about that are not in the room. Pick an eyeline, so if this is your primary eyeline, pick another eyeline to talk about those things that are not in the room. And then you can speak about whatever that thing is, and then go back to the person that you're having the conversation with. Imagine looking into the far distance over here, and then going back to the person you're speaking with here. If you are looking at something in the environment, you can look past the close eye lines here into the distance and look at that thing in the distance if it's important and if it's relevant. If you are looking at something on the ground, don't look at the ground, because then you're going to get the top of your head and nobody wants to see that. If you're looking at something on the ground, cheat it, which means keep it in the frame, in the square, and just look down here. Something on the ground right here. So I'm not looking outside of my ring light. Something in the sky, I'm going to look here. Not like that, right? Something over there, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to look here. Just like they would on set. They're going to move the camera so that the camera's always looking at your face. One of the big mistakes I see actors do is have a conversation face to face with another actor like this. No. Always look towards the camera, and then you'll turn around, the other actor will get their turn in front of the camera. But when you are talking into your audition, you are always looking towards camera. If you're in a car, if I'm in the driver's seat talking to someone in the passenger seat, I will turn my chair, and now I'm in the driver's seat talking to someone in the passenger seat. Same works the other way. Passenger seat talking to someone in the driver's seat. Yeah? If you're sitting in the driver's seat having a conversation with somebody, you don't have to look at them anyway. You just look where you're looking and talk. You don't have to always stare at the person. So know that if you're in a scene with somebody and they want to make it a 2-profile scene, you don't have to do that. I've seen this in acting classes that people then bring to use for a reel. Find a way to face forward. If they're only shooting the scene so that it's the 2 of you in the scene and they're not doing coverage, which means shooting your close-up over their other person's shoulder and vice versa, look forward. We don't always stare at each other when we're talking. Eye lines up, cheat it, so it's here, down, cheat it, so it's here. Beside the lens, not in the lens. In the lens is only for when I'm talking to you specifically, personally, like I am right now. Now, when you're talking about something that's not in the room, any noun, person, place, thing, anything, make sure in your prep you really get a specific picture of what that thing is and what it means to you and why you're talking about it, so that when you mention it, we'll see it in your eyes. Let me demonstrate for you. So if I'm talking about somebody I miss, and I just say, yeah, I miss my dad. Okay, I'm talking to this person here and I say, yeah, I miss my dad. It gives me a chance to kind of go there in my mind, right? To remember, to think about something, let the camera see it, and then go back to the conversation. I hope this helps you get your eye lines clear. Remember, it's all in the prep and rehearsal. Give yourself ample time to rehearse your eye lines before you try to shoot. Otherwise, you're going to feel confused and like you don't know what you're doing. You do know what you're doing. You just need to give yourself time to rehearse. Happy auditioning.